What's up guys, Simon from Great White North here, and today we're going to be going through essentially how to get set up in Great White North. I know there's a lot of questions that we get all the time of, oh, how do I do this, how do you do this, how does this work? So hopefully this is kind of going to help you guys understand how this works. So when you join the server, everything's kind of work your way down, pretty much. Welcome, show up there, your navigation channel. This, if you follow this, you'll be fine. So you go to verification, you hit verify, it's going to prompt you with a bot, you're going to have to answer CAPTCHA thing, and then you'll be verified. From there, you get the ERS role, you click on the E, that gives you ERS. The P gives you the patrol ping role, so if you want to be notified when we're having a patrol, you can click that, and that'll give you that. If for whatever reason you're having issues, you can let us know in here, we'll help you out. Everything else pretty self-explanatory, you guys can kind of check it out. Your development updates and stuff. We do have a DayZ server and a few other servers. We're just getting to a point where we're finishing redoing server 1. So there's still a few things to be done, but yeah. We also have weekly patrols that you can show your interest in at the top of the Discord. You can click here, interested, and you can see who all's going. And that happens every week. So like I say, once you get the ERS role, this will automatically give you access to get in the server. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go into FiveM. We're going to get loaded here. Okay, so once we're in FiveM, you're going to go to play, just to kind of show you guys. So home, play, make sure you don't have any filters on. As you can see, I don't have any, and then you're just going to type in GWNRP, and you're going to pop up with 3 servers. You're going to have server 1, the dev server, and server 2. Server 1 is completely functional now. It's been optimized, everything's working with it. We're still getting some stuff added and everything. But it has been redone, it has been extremely optimized and all that. The development server is for development members of GWNRP only, and server 2 is going to be on Liberty City. We're still getting things settled with that, but right now our focus was making sure server 1 was all good. So if you guys don't know, you can click the heart here to favorite it, and then you can go into favorites and they'll be here. So all you have to do is you just hit connect, and it will load you into the server. It might take a minute to download everything for the first time, but as you guys can see, it just downloaded 300 resources, just like that. When you load in, there is music and stuff in the loading screen. You just use this thing on the left hand side here. You can adjust it as you like. I'm not going to speed this process up. This is completely from the time that I hit connect until the time that we load in. So, as you can see, it shouldn't take too long for you to be loaded in. If you're joining for the first time, it might take a little bit longer, but it shouldn't be too bad. We're going to make this daytime. Okay, so you guys can see. So now, obviously you're not going to look like what I do. You're kind of just going to spawn. You will always spawn here, but we'll go from here. So essentially the first thing that you can do, we are V menus, so you hit F1 is the key. You can go to play related options, MP ped, you can create a male character, whatever. You can categorize everything, and you can make a character. All of our like the numbers for the EUP and stuff is in the Discord under important documents. You guys can go to that and that'll have the information you need there on it. So from here you get your uniform and everything, and if you go into your F1 menu, you can go to vehicle related options, vehicle spawner. Everything is in the add-on menu, so you can either go into vans, helicopters, or emergency, where the majority of your vehicles are going to be. So you can go ahead and spawn a vehicle. So I'll spawn the Vic. You hit K, put your seatbelt on, stops the beeping. I will say too, a lot of our vehicles are reflective. Most of the RCMP vehicles are the main ones that are, but we do have some other ones like Halifax and stuff that are reflective liveries as well. So that is pretty neat. So once you guys have your vehicle set up, you have your uniform, you might be asking, okay, well, how do I go on patrol? So you're going to do /MDT. You don't have to, and just to kind of show you guys, you don't have to be in a car to access this. You do /MDT. It's going to bring you to this, and then you have one of a few options. You can do police services, ambulance service, fire, or you can do tow or civilian. We do allow CivRP. So yeah, so we'll go ahead, we'll click on the police service. I'm gonna go select. It's gonna give you this. I think you guys should be able to change your call sign if I'm not mistaken. So you just click on that there. It should allow you. It'll give you your shift duration and stuff like that. Now to go on duty, you hit the green button here, and then it'll say that you started your shift. You're gonna click on 1 to say that you're on duty, and 2 that you're available. If you want, you can go into the emergency hotline. I believe everybody has access to this. So if you don't want to necessarily wait for a call, you can go in here, and I believe you can assign yourself, clicking that. Assign, no, okay, so never mind. I can't even do that. I'm joking. Your PNC, so this is your person search, vehicle, property, records, all that stuff. I believe you can add a call. So if you create a civ and you're doing CivRP, you can do this. It'll ask you to select the citizen. I don't have any created. If it's emergency, do you require police, fire, ambulance? Where is it? And it should automatically fill this in, a description, the time of the call, and how we contact you, call emergency service, and it should pop up. That's if you are a civ. So there's that. Now, so you go back to the MDT. These won't
Do we
be
have
active.
any units available to respond to an emergency?
So you get a call. If you want to accept it, you hit Y.
You have been assigned to the most recent emergency call.
If
Proceed
not,
to the location.
you hit X. It'll give you the call. So in the bottom right, it'll show you dispatch message that I'm responding to an emergency. So if I'm in server and so is somebody else, and I accept a call, that'll pop up, as you saw. And say if that other person wants to respond to the call, they can hit E, and it tracks my location, where I am. So if I'm in a pursuit, it's going to continuously, continuously track them. Sorry about that swerve there, guys. I promise I know how to drive. It's just my
New
keyboard.
incident received.
So somebody set the propane tank off at the gas station, or at the fire station, and they're running away there. I'm not worried about it. So, if you hit Z, it'll bring up the backup menu, and we
I
can
require firefighters at my location.
request
Please
fire,
dispatch a fire unit ASAP.
and then you'll get a fire truck responding. All of the emergency services the vehicles are all configured to be stuff that we have. The uniforms, as you can see, haven't been quite configured yet for the backup, but even if you're playing by yourself, you can still get some AI help. If you also hold B, as in Bravo, you can select a backup unit. So you can do army pursuit, you can do a helicopter, all that stuff. So the flashing blue and red on the side of your screen means that you're in a pursuit, and you'll see it at the top there. I'm not going to bother with this pursuit, so I can just hit X.
Your unit was detached from the last callout.
And I just completed the callout. So that's pretty much how you go about doing a callout. Another thing too to look at, you have your gas gauge at the bottom there. You go up to a pump like here, gas station, and it'll prompt you to hit E. We also have Roxwood, and we do have callouts in Roxwood.
We have received another emergency call. Are there any units free to handle it?
I'm just gonna end my shift for the time being. There we go. So now we won't get calls, and you can go busy and all that stuff in the CAD. We do have Roxwood, we have callouts out there, we do have the most updated one, it's just we don't have the updated map for it yet. So there's that. And we do have a Google Maps scene map, which, as you can see, it's a lot clearer to read the postals and everything, so that's nice. So something else that you can do that we just got today actually is you can do /radio. It's going to bring up your radio here, click the power button, and you can also move it. So you put the frequency in, you hit change, and it says you're not allowed to join. I can't remember. Okay, so 50 is map wide. 50.01 should be LEO. 02 is fire. 03 is fire and EMS. 04 is EMS. 05 is comms, and 06 is for civ. So normally we'll just have it on map wide, and you can see at the top there,
A new emergency call came in. Are any units available
at the
to
right
respond?
it'll say radio list. I'll show you who's on, and then you can set up a hotkey. In order to do that, you go into settings, you're going to go to key bindings, you're going to go to FiveM, and you're going to scroll until you see PMA voice, talk over radio, and you're going to set a key to it. In order to do that, you just click on it and then press whatever key you want. And again too, if you find some things are overlapping or anything like that, you can come in here and you can change all your key bindings to stuff that you want. So keep that in mind. So, and you'll have the radio, and you'll be able to hear everybody and stuff like that. So there is that feature. Okay. So one of the things that we have available is a decontamination tent. In order to use that, you'll do /decon
We have
tent,
received another emergency call. Are there any units free to handle it?
and you'll type in setup, hit enter, and what you can do is you can
Other responders managed to deal with the previous emergency
rotate
call.
it by clicking and holding and then pressing R, change it, or you can use your mouse to change the placement, and we're going to hit enter, and we have a decontamination tent up now. And then we can hit E, and that'll toggle the showers. And then if you're done with it, we do decontent, remove. That's that. Okay, so something else that we can do for fire is we can do /fan setup, and we have another thing as well. We can reposition it and rotate it. We're going to hit enter to confirm. There we go. And we can go up to it and hit G. Maybe? There we go. So you can hit G and it'll turn the fan on. It'll work just like that. We can hit G to turn it off again. And we can hit fan remove, and that gets rid of it. We also have stabilizers. We can set them up. So if we want, we can do this, rotate it, do enter. Then we have our stabilizers. Sure. Pretty cool. We can also get a saw out by hitting saw or typing in /saw, and we can saw off whatever needs to be sawed off. Just like that. And we can do /Halligan. That'll bring out the Halligan tool, which we can use to crack everything open. It'd be nice if they added a different feature to like do E and it would like pry the door open, but that isn't an option. Whoops. If you hit E, you can hide in the trunk. Just hit H there with the prompt. Okay. Another feature we have as well, I'm just gonna, this area here, we're gonna hit F5, your standard scene menu. You can do police barriers, you can do cones, gazebo, all that stuff, and you can set up your speed zones. You just have to hit enter on each of them, and then create your zones and delete your zones, and the AI will stop for you. Okay, another thing that you can do is /pepper spray. And it'll give you a pepper spray. You can go up to somebody, pepper spray them, freak them all out, and it'll tell you how much you have at the bottom there. It's good to work on other players. As you can see, it doesn't really work well on AI. But it definitely is there to work. Okay, so for all the people who love fire, any of our fire vehicles are going to be equipped with the ability to take a hose, refill your SCBA, and all that stuff. Now, when you have the scout pack on, all you have to do is hit E, and that's going to put your SCBA on. It'll have your pressure bar, all that stuff, and you can hit E to untie it, And if you don't have this on when you're in a fire, you will start coughing. You'll notice your character do that. If you have the SCBA on, it won't do it as much. You can press H to verify it, and if you go up here and you hit G, you can refill it. Another thing too you can do at the fire trucks is you can hit E, and it will give you a dynamic hose. A lot of the stuff's from London Studios, so you'll get a hose, it'll come with you, and you can also do different variations of stuff. So as you can see, we have, maybe do it here, yeah, some water on the ground. You'll also see too, as FD, every once in a while, of course there's none popping up right now, but you'll see a fire icon on the map, and it'll pop up and give you a notification above the map saying, oh, new fire located at such and such location. You can respond to it and put out the fire there as well. So, and this is the same for any fire vehicle that's actually a fire truck. We have it so that way if it is a ladder, engine, whatever, you will be able to get a hose, but if you have just a regular command vehicle, it won't. Something else as well, when you're in a vehicle, if you hit F5, sometimes for certain people it won't be F5, it'll be F6. So if it doesn't work, try F6, but this will bring up your remote for your radar and stuff. You can hit toggle display, your power, you can mess around with these. I usually do it like this. Your plate radar, and it'll pop up there. You can change the UI settings, you can make a different safe zone, you can change the scale of the reader, the remote, and the radar. And if you wish, you can move them around. So it doesn't have to be where it is on mine, it can be wherever you'd like. Okay everyone, that's about everything that I had planned on going over today, so if you want to join GWNRP, it's in the description below. If you have any questions, you can join our Discord and ask, and if you guys need any help, feel free to reach out. Just make sure it's in our Discord. We don't monitor the YouTube, so your best bet is going to be going through the Discord. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a good day, guys.